That's what's on the back of my car, in case you're wondering. And no, I don't actually love my country. I don't fear my government either. The only thing I fear is the Lord. I need to take that bumper sticker off, since none of those things are true. I've never loved America, now that I think about it. I really kind of sort of hate America. I've always hated America. But because I'm an American, it's kind of ironic, you know? So I always assumed I was a liberal because of that. Because I could see things that conservative people couldn't see. But then being a liberal, you know, I was like, well, I don't think that I'm one of these crazy pieces of shit. And I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. I tried, though. I tried being that crazy because for whatever reason they push that in our society, that, like, being a total basket case that blames all your problems on everybody else. It's, like, normalized in our society, you know? Like, our society is naturally left. I thought that was a snake, but it was a stick. I got excited when I thought it was a snake. I was like looking forward to it. I really like snakes. Regular ass snakes, not human snakes. That's like everybody in society at this point. But, anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that little message that I have on the back of my car. That's why people honk at me. That's why people honk at me and give me a thumbs up and tell me they love the fuck out of my car. If you love something, you should appreciate it, and you should let other people know about it. And that will resonate with other people that love the same thing, you know? It's like I noticed that, like, when I went to concerts. Like, when I went and see Echo and the Bunnymen. You guys like them? Echo's pretty good. Really good songwriter. Forgot the dude's name, but I should know his name, but I don't, so I'm being a bad Echo fan right now. But yeah, I went and saw Echo and the Bunnymen, and it's like all of Gen X was there. And it was so cool because, like, we just got on, you know, like, me and everybody that I met there. And they were, like, really impressed because I knew about them. Because I look a lot younger than I am. I still had my other tooth at the time. And they just assumed I was, like, 16 or some shit. They're like, how do you know about Echo and the Bunnymen? Well, I did because I'm a music fanatic. So, of course, I would know about them, right? They're so fucking good. But, like, I went and saw them perform, and it was a really good show, even though the lead singer was completely trash the entire time. They usually are. But not just Echo, but, like, you know, most bands. It's one of the perks of being into rock and roll or whatever. Any kind of music, really, you can get trash. Maybe not classical, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe Beethoven was shit-faced. But, anyway, can you just imagine, like, Tchaikovsky? I should look into this. I mean, I'm sure classical musicians were on drugs, too. That's definitely something to look into, because now I'm curious about that. But anyway, yeah, just being around people that love the same thing. It's like, it's so comforting. You know, it's just like being around comedians. That's why people say I'm a comedian's comedian. Because, like, we all understand the craft. So naturally, when I'm around people that aren't funny, that think they're funny, but they're not because they can't take other people's jokes, okay? Those pieces of shit, they don't love comedy. If you get offended by anybody's joke, you are not a comedian. Like, it does not matter. I mean, there's some stuff that people have said about my friend Ronit because she's a Jew. You know, I didn't like it, but, you know, they're still allowed to say it. You're still allowed to make jokes even if they're bad, you know? And I'm not just saying that because, like, oh, I need to protect her, my precious little Jew. You know, she's totally fine. You know, she doesn't need anybody to coddle her and make sure that she's not upset about anti-Semitic remarks. You know, she's so used to it. But it's just like, you know, there are plenty of bad jokes. There are plenty of cheesy jokes. There are plenty of non-jokes that people think are jokes, right? And what's really popular right now, in case you haven't been in the stand-up arena, most people haven't. They call themselves comedians, but all they do is social media, so I found that shit hard to believe. But whatever, let's move on. You know, most of the comedians, they talk about their dick, or they talk about their pussy, or they talk about their asshole, or something else related to sex. And it's just really boring. There's nothing edgy about it. If it was edgy, it'd be fine. Because back in the day, back when, like, Richard Pryor was doing it, it was definitely edgy. But, you know, all that shit, they really pushed it in the 70s. So, I really think that we're, like, living through another version of the 70s. So this past decade, like, because gay marriage was legalized, that was, like, the 60s, okay? So, like, remember in the 60s, you know, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Equal Pay Act of 1963, what else happened? Just, that's when, like, feminism, like, the second wave took off. There's all this stuff with, like, equality and, Vietnam and, anyway. Seems like, yeah, we're just going through the same thing over and over and over again. And people never learned from their behavior before, so why would they know? It's the way of the world.